talk about with you guys as a little kind of bonus thing in here is what if you're having a problem with a team you can't figure out? And this is where we've all had this. You know, you hit a wall, even in pet training. Eventually, you run into a problem with the team that you just can't figure out. You try everything you know, but something still feels off. Um, Reaching out for guidance is important. So, with Riley, for example, um, I was now I would consider myself a balanced trainer. But I was originally taught positive only training and that multiple tools were bad and whatnot, as opposed to how you use them, and how the dog perceives them, which is the most important part. And so I wasn't communicating very well with Riley when we first started. He's not a stupid dog, but he's also not a border collie. He didn't just pick things up even if I didn't quite do it right. So reached out to mentors and other service dog professionals for guidance. And again, this was very early in my career, but it's a good example of each one gave me a new way to look at the handler, myself, the dog, and the disability needs. And with that help, Riley became my ride or died, rock solid. He's traveled all over planes, trains. He did therapy work. He did for other people. We've done seminars together. We did education in schools. We went to all kinds of things. And he also did classes with me with different handlers and demoed and um, was a sport dog as well and titled in weight pull in multiple different divisions and organizations. So here's an example of me carrying him to the track for weight pull. But basically, my point is with mentors, I got ahead of myself, wrong, not allowed. Mentors help me sort through myths from reality and keep me learning from for my client's safety as well as my own. And still to this day, 20 years later, yes, I'm a teacher. Yes, I'm passing down the skills that I've learned over the years, but I'm still learning from other people. I'm still taking in new information, new tools, new guidance. You know, I'm still staying updated, sort of. It's like our computers. You can't just say, I know this and that's it forever, you know, it evolves. So from my mentors to my community is I realized that service dog work is about adapting to the dog handler team in front of you, not necessarily having a strict program. Now, that's not to say you don't have structure. I like to talk about it as scaffolding because if you think about construction, that scaffolding that you're doing can either build a whole building or the scaffolding could be like you've seen painters that have scaffolding and they go up and they're painting a certain part and they move the scaffolding over. When you have the structure of scaffolding, it is changeable to your needs while keeping you on track to your final goal. When you have just a set structure of this is exactly how I train and I don't do anything outside of it, you limit what the people can learn and what the people can do. And when it comes to disabled people that have varying disabilities with varying different um, effects on them, it's important that you have flexibility in how and what you teach and when. Community is important. It keeps us growing and it keeps us serving more teams. So this is why having a mentor matters. A mentor shortens your learning curve with service dog teams. It helps you avoid ethical and legal mistakes. It gives you a real world example with disabled handlers, myself, my clients, with their permission, as I said. Guidance keeps you focused, confident, and supported. You don't have to figure this out all by yourself.